You were always saying what you wanted and needed, yelling, bickering. Did you ever ask me how I felt? You thought you had all the answers. Did you even care about my feelings and thoughts? You never asked. You said, shut up and listen. So I stayed quiet. You said I was wrong. Wasn't it I that was in a way? Wasn't it I that was hurt? Wasn't it I who was left unprotected, left without a voice? You blamed me and made it my fault. I guess that must have been true. You pushed me away. I guess it was too hard to love me. You hurt me. I started to hurt myself too. My voice, you ask? Look at my arms. Each razor that pierced my skin has left a scar, telling you my pain. And now that pain is visible for you and the world to see. Will you see me? Or will you shake your head at me? I know what you think. That I'm crazy. That I went too far for a little attention. It's easy to blame me, to keep me quiet. Will you choose to open your eyes to see me? Open your ears to hear me? You don't have to. My scars remain. And my voice, oh, it will be heard forever.
The pain and the fear that these children feel and experience is very alive, and it is very real. You are engaging in a new understanding. It is not a traditional understanding. It is not a common understanding. It is a different paradigm, a different way of thinking, a different way of living, a different way of looking at a child, and also a different way of looking at yourself. This is a challenge to start to see things differently. That's how you change paradigms. Welcome to Creating Healing for Challenging Foster Children. I'm Brian Post. I hope you enjoy this program. This program was put together over the course of 2 days, speaking to a group of foster parents and social workers just like yourself, in the hopes that I might begin to impart a knowledge that can transform and revolutionize the way we work with foster children. Not only the way we work with them, but the way we parent them, and ultimately the way we see them, because it is not until we see differently that we do differently. Action without understanding only leads back to confusion. So if we look up and we wonder why we keep getting the same results time and time again, it's because we lack understanding. And what this program is here to do is to begin to impart a new understanding, a different understanding, which I have seen, and you will hear from another foster parent later in the program, that can revolutionize the life of a child. It can also revolutionize your own life. So I want you to listen with an open mind, listen with an open heart. Pause the program, think about it. There will be time at the end of each DVD for you to review the information, because I really need you to have that repetition of learning so that you can take this information home and you can start thinking about things differently and doing things differently. Because the bottom line is we've got to create more love where fear exists. And these children are full of fear. And we've got to bring more love and more light into their lives. So I hope you enjoy the program, and I'll be talking to you again. The first concept is the relationship factor. Very simple concept. The relationship factor is based on scientific finding that says we are biologically engineered to be in relationship. Every dendrite in our brain, every cell in our body is engineered to be in relationship. And we have trillions of cells that make up our body. Every cell in our body has the ability to think. And as such, communicates to every other cell in our body and creates our reality as we see it in that moment, as we experience it in that moment. So the relationship factor says we are biologically engineered to be in relationship. Therefore, the single most important thing becomes the relationship. And once you have lost the relationship, you have lost everything. Once you have lost the relationship, you have lost your ability to influence your child. Now see, the difference there between our traditional historical societal approach is that we are not taught and we're not trained to influence our children. We're taught and trained to control them. So many of our parenting models are based in power and control and dominance, which ultimately is fear. You do it because I tell you to do it. That's what Daddy always said. You will behave the way I tell you to behave. You will talk the way I tell you to talk. You will talk when I tell you to talk. And you will walk the way I tell you to walk. Because I'm the parent and you're the child. Well, for the most part, as long as you're a child, that works. But what about when you become a teen? When you hit 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, try telling your 16-year-old, you will do as I tell you to do. Yeah, right. But I'm just talking about your everyday, average, biological family 16-year-old. Try telling your 16-year-old foster child that. And you will get much more than, yeah, right. Because their experiences have been different. So their brains are a little different, which we'll get into looking at that too. So they're going to react a little differently. Once you've lost the relationship, you've lost everything. Because you no longer have the ability to influence the child. Influence is a lifelong process.